Yeah, mic check and all that. All that. Let's make sure the audio's there first. I don't want to be saying hi to everyone and they ain't working. You get me? But anyway, welcome to the video. It's your boy Hugo the Savage back again for another preview and prediction show. WWE Elimination Chamber 2023, the road to WrestleMania. I think it's the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania as well. So this is very, very important. Some big matches coming up in this current pay-per-view, and the ramifications of said winners or losers are massive. You have the opportunity to showcase WrestleMania at some point, either in the main event of night 1, night 2, or one of those. Or you don't get to WrestleMania at all. And there's so many different storylines going on right now. I'm really enjoying wrestling lately. I think they're doing some of their best work that they have done in a long time. Everything's not perfect, we know that. But yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. So let's see how it goes, man, and let's talk about this. I'm going to get to the comment section, and then from there, we're going to run through the Elimination Chamber match by match. Let's break it down. Let's give our predictions, and then we'll get the hell out of it, like that, because you already know I'm here for a good time, not a long one. Big up to everyone inside the chat. Big up, Morris. You already know the vibes, bruv. We're here every single time, bruv. Love for that, brother. Big up, Daz. Big up, Savage. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you very much, bro. Like that. Come on, Khalid. You know the vibes, bro. Hey, Savage, my brother. Demon Team, happy Thursday. You ready for this Saturday? Like that. Hey, come on. Yeah, bro. I'm always ready, bro. I'm always ready, man. I have to say though, this current pay-per-view sprung up on me very, very fast. I know that it's not just me because it's everybody in it, but what we're saying that Royal Rumble was 3 weeks ago now. This is quick. It's a quick turnaround. We went through this maybe 2 years ago, would you say, like 2020, where and prior to that we had a pay-per-view every 2 weeks because of the brand split. We would have a SmackDown pay-per-view, Raw pay-per-view. And that was about from around 2017 onwards. And I did enjoy them. They did become a lot. I don't know if that's just because I do watch along to them, or is it because it's just too much. And obviously they left superstars off certain brands, but ever since Roman Reigns and the Usos have collected all of the belts, the big belts, it's been a little bit easier to digest. So, I don't know, very interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. Dad said, "Why is it on a 5-match card?" What do you mean by that, bro? I see. Anyone who's been here long enough knows what I prefer. I prefer the shorter pay-per-views. The longer ones, you can always. I think if we go back through, even when we've reviewed some of the pay-per-views, the longer ones, there's always a match in what isn't needed. There's a couple of matches that could have been used a different time, and sometimes they take away matches they shouldn't. So, for example, Intercontinental titles, I don't think it's being defended on this current pay-per-view. It doesn't need it, but you would always say that as long as the United States or the Intercontinental title is being defended. I just hate when they defend it on like the SmackDown right before, because it's kind of pointless. You could have given it to somebody else. So what I will say is everything that we talk about today, I will say subject to change, because obviously SmackDown's coming up tomorrow night, and they'll probably throw some more stuff in there. But I understand why it's a short card, because there's 2 Elimination Chamber matches that, I mean, so I don't know. We'll see. Bill Morris, the 2 EC matches, Elimination Chamber are going to take up most of the time. Like the Rumble, not as long, but long enough. Yeah, bro, it's on at 1 a.m. It's probably going to finish around like 3:47, 3:50. It's nearly 4 hours long. With what everyone has to take into account, it's not WWE matches what are taking up all the time. On a 4-hour pay-per-view, you probably get about 2.5 hours of wrestling maximum, but everything else is advertisements and promos and build-ups to the matches, and then they'll show some stuff from prior stuff, then some things on commentary. So it's kind of like how football is. If you take away the throw-ins and stuff and wasted time, the ball's only on the pitch for about 50 minutes of a game, if that. So I don't mind it too much. If you go and watch the old stuff, if you jump on the network and watch any of the old WWE stuff, the pay-per-views were shorter back in the day than they are now. and obviously so was Raw, which I preferred. That 2 hour Raw would be better. But hey, man, I'm not complaining. It's just one of them. Big up Dro. I would love to see Mia Yim. She doesn't get anything, but that's not going to happen. So I'll have to pick Carmella. She's finally getting back. Yeah, we're not going to that match yet, so we'll talk about that when we get to it. It's a big pay per view. Also, do you think we get Ray versus Dominic at WrestleMania? We get Ray versus Dominic. I think it makes sense. The build up's been funny. It's been comedic, but in terms of actual in depth storyline, they've turned it into a joke a little bit too much because I literally was watching the clip of Dominic on the Valentine's Day, just like that was the last thing I watched before I come on stream, and I just laughed because I like Dominic, I like Rhea, I like Ray, obviously, but I liked it if they kept it serious. What I would have done is I would have had Dominic take Ray out, um, because Ray chose not to hit him back, and I'd have Rey Mysterio grow his beard out and not wear his mask anymore. You wouldn't be able to see his face. You'd have a hoodie on. Just make him, you know what I mean? Get him to like the stages of he's broken and then have somebody talk to him. He can have a comeback. You know what I mean? Go through that. But if they just get the WrestleMania match based off what's happened lately, it's going to underwhelm. If you start building the story with more serious consequences now instead of these little WWE YouTube skits, then we can get a great match between them because I actually think Dominic's good in the ring and he's got his dad there. So, you know, yeah, it's in Montreal. Big up, John. Thank you, bro. Big up, Ron. Big up, Dante. I think Bronson Reed or Johnny Gargano is winning the United States title, maybe even Montez, but I don't see Austin Theory retaining, and I don't think he should because of John Cena match. Yeah, but yeah, there are rumors at the moment, and you already know I don't do rumors, so who knows if he's even going to fight John Cena at WrestleMania. But I was just watching him this 2020 with Shayna Baszler wins because I'm getting ready for this Saturday. The one where Shayna Baszler won, though, the problem was there was a big gap in the match. There was a part where she took everybody out, so you had to wait for the chamber thing to go off, and she was just standing there. I think certain people I've been impressed with over the last couple of years with certain things like Liv Morgan and stuff. I love that, bro. So, but yeah, big up to everyone in the chat, man. All right, man. So I don't have the graphics for each match and stuff because WWE hadn't put them out by the time I put this video together. So what we'll do is we'll just go through the individual matches. We'll finish with the WWE Championship match because that's what we always do. And we'll kick off with the lower tier matches. I don't know who's in the I don't know. I got this. I got the matches here anyway. So let's throw this up. In exchange matches. 5 matches on the card so far, subject to change. Probably add one more in. They do that quite often. But who we'll see. So we're gonna go to start off with. I don't know how this is gonna work. I think it's a tag team match, isn't it? I don't know if we care about this particularly, but we're gonna talk about it. So we have Edge and Beth Phoenix to take on Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. And I think this one's subject to change as well because they were talking about adding a third person onto each team. But I think adding Cody onto Edge and Beth's team is stupid. So I think it'll stay like this. It's a mixed match. Damn, that's a crazy. It's a mixed match. What you know what I mean? So we've seen how this has culminated. You know, this all started back when Edge formed the Judgment Day in the first place, and then they turned on him, took him out of action. He returned, got his own back, had another match. They took out Beth Phoenix with a concerto, took out Edge. It was off TV for a little bit. It was very weird that he was off TV for so long after they took Beth out. I thought he would have turned up the Raw after that and then tried to attack them, but he didn't. I love Edge. I love everything about Edge. I love Beth. Everything about Beth. Edge has had too many returns though, so I think whatever happens after this match, he needs to stay around, especially not to WrestleMania. Because I remember when he signed back up when he had that match with Randy and tore his tricep. I'm pretty sure back then didn't they say he had a 2-year contract? So I won't be surprised if it's his last WrestleMania. I hope it's not, um, but yeah, gonna get the run back. Obviously, we saw that Beth hit Rhea Ripley with the spear at the Royal Rumble, cold, and then we saw that Rhea Ripley got run back as well. So it's gonna be so to see them in the ring. What I'm interested to say about this match is, will they allow a little bit of combat between the men and the women in this match? Because clearly they're two very strong ladies. They're ladies that usually tend to put their hands on the male superstars. We've seen Rhea throw people around. We've seen Beth do everything to people back in the day. And obviously that's Edge's wife, so I'm sure if he's all right with Finn Balor giving her the coup de grace, he might not mind. But I think they should have something in this match where actually I don't know. It is Edge and Finn at the end of the day. I wouldn't want one of the women getting the cover on Edge or Finn. It takes away from them, to be honest. But I'm gonna go for Edge and Beth to win this match. I don't think Judgment. I think at this point, Judgment Day's done well to keep their head above water. They stay relevant, always on Raw without fail. They've drifted to SmackDown every now and again when they've needed to. They've had individual matches every single week, all tag matches. They've cut in promos. I don't mind them. I wouldn't say like I like them as such. They're all right. I used to despise them a little bit. I thought it was going to turn into like retribution type, but I'm fine with the Judgment Day. I still feel like Damon Priest is the leader. They don't really allude to anyone being the leader, but Finn, because of his stature and stuff like that, it always seemed like he's not. But yeah, this match is not that important to me, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to go for Edge and Beth to win. I think they need it. Um, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But what everyone else says in the comment section. Where did we start from? Okay, who do you think will be in the Hall of Fame? Savage. Batista's going to be the main guy. It's LA. He got put into the last year. They went to put him in, but they didn't put him in because of COVID or something like that. So I think he'll go in this year. Everyone else I really don't know, but I think he'll be the main person. I would have loved this year for it to be The Rock, with it being in Hollywood as well. Because yeah, I think it's about time for The Rock to go in. To be honest, but I wouldn't mind Paul Heyman going in either. I've always said that Paul Heyman and Michael Cole. I think it's time for them to get inducted into the Hall of Fame now. Especially Michael Cole. He's been around. He's been a consistent for most of my life now. I remember when he first came in when I was younger, and he's just been around ever since. He used to be a little weasel. They used to destroy him and the coach, and he's managed to stay around all the time. So I like when I see people get their just deserves and that. And I don't understand why referees never get put in the Hall of Fame, man. I think Little Nate and Mike. I know Mike Yoda's not there anymore, but and El Hebner and that. I know they had problems with the company, but they probably should be in the Hall of Fame, to be honest. Rey Mysterio, see what Chavo wise. I don't think Chavo was doing AEW stuff all last year, so I'm not sure, man. But he has got the Eddie thing going on. I think Edge and Beth as well. I think teasing the match between Shayna versus Ronda to do it last week. I think they'll keep it teased tomorrow. Yeah, Dante. The problem is I couldn't give a damn about that match, bro. There's no title on the line. I don't care for Shayna anymore. I don't care for Ronda at all. Shayna, or every time she gets a step up, it drops off a little bit. I'd put her back on NXT. That's how bad it is. But unless Charlotte does interference and attacks Rhea, I think Finn and Rhea will win. Yeah, well, Charlotte's not really doing the heel thing right now. So, like, I watched her interview. She talks like a tweener a little bit, but she's not really a heel at the moment because Rhea's the heel. So, for her to interfere would be a bit weird. But um, yeah, be interesting. Because I don't know what the Mania other than Hell in a Cell match against Finn. That would be terrible. Like nobody cares about the storyline enough. If he was going to fight somebody, I mean, Seth Rollins broke into his house. You know what I mean? So if you to do that with Finn when you've got a problem with the whole Judgment Day is a bit weird. But yeah, right. He might not have a match at WrestleMania, but I'm pretty sure they'll find something for him because he's Edge. So it's kind of one of them. But they're gonna have to start building that storyline pretty fast. So I'm with you on that one. Uh this is crazy, man, because there's really no bad matches on this card. Um Weird me talking about this match so early, but literally there's no title on the line for it, and we got to talk about it. But I'm very excited. We have Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at Elimination Chamber. My only hope was going to be there would be some kind of stipulation by the time he gets there, but I can't complain, man. The match they had last time was at Crown Jewel. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Brock beat the shit out of Bobby all match, and Brock still got the win. Obviously Bobby left the stronger. I think what we on at the moment are we on 1-1 at the moment in terms of matches in this current run. For me to tell you who the winner's going to be is going to be very hard because I got a feeling that they might do another match. The problem what they've got putting this match on now, weeks before WrestleMania, is this would be big enough to be a WrestleMania match already. And what do you do in the? They should have culminated this at WrestleMania and not now. And because I can't think of anything they're gonna have planned for both of them, unless we get Brock Lesnar versus Gunther at WrestleMania, and that's the only way they save this because this is WrestleMania worthy. Big guys, big stature, very believable in terms of anybody who wins. It's very believable. Like if Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley got into a fight in a car park, you wouldn't know who's going to win the fight, and that's what I love about this because everything in wrestling isn't always realistic. That's fine. That's wrestling, but when it is and it's done well and the promos are done well and the stories beat, this is a perfect example of how you build up a story without having to go too in depth of stuff. So Brock Lesnar, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Brock never needs to win because a lot of the time he just goes away. But I don't see Brock losing this match. There's been too many times where Brock's lost over the last like 5 years compared to what he would have done before. Before the last 5 years, I could count on one hand how many matches Brock lost. But since there's been Goldberg and Taker and Seth and Roman and Bobby. That's another five on top of what he already had. I'm gonna go Brock Lesnar on this one, or I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go double count out. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think they're gonna do another match. I honestly think they're gonna do the WrestleMania match. I'm gonna go for it to be a no contest. Something's gonna happen in the match where they kick the shit out of each other that much that they're both outside the ring, and yeah, they'll just beat each other up. I think that's what will happen, and then they will have to put a stipulation in the WrestleMania match to say no, somebody has to be the victor of this. It makes sense. The fans get it at WrestleMania. There's no match built up for Brock or Bobby at the moment. Bobby's been is already out of the US title picture, which is if he's not in the elimination chamber, then So I'm gonna go down that route. So that's my pick on that one. Um where are we? Can't believe Michael Cole wasn't inducted. I mean, it's a little bit different with the women compared to the men. There's way more male talent, so I don't, I wouldn't say that against the Bellas. I'd probably pick somebody else. I'd probably pick a man who hasn't been inducted before than a woman because they, for so long, they wasn't taken serious. So they've got a lot of catching up to do in terms of Hall of Fame and giving people accolades and stuff like that. And I mean, to be fair, it doesn't matter what you think of the Bellas in terms of if they were you like one of your favorites or not. They ran through a long period of wrestling, long career. At the time, Nikki had the women's title reign. Tag team, probably the best women's tag team at the time as well. So yeah, they've got their place in WWE history already. So I'll probably use someone else. Uh, yeah. The thing is, they were building them with him and Ray, and then they messed up a bit. I don't think it'll be Cheeks this time around. Brock Lesnar, Brock wins. Brock needs to win. Bobby needs to win. I don't think he does. I think the Hurt Business get back together properly in this match. I think that's what happens. I think a Moss might help Bobby, but it's going to be a disqualification. Then they'll have one more match because all Bobby keeps talking about when he's signing his contract is I spoke to my lawyer, I spoke to my manager, and he keeps slowing down on that part. And we've seen that Paul, like that MVP was making advances for him to join the Hurt Business again. I was a fan of the Hurt Business. It was a great faction. It was great at the time. It didn't last long enough. They had all the gold, not obviously not all the gold in the company, but they all had gold tag team championships. Bobby had a United States championship. They could have done that again. I think we do that again because Shelton and Cedric might as well not be in the company anymore, which is sad, especially for Shelton. Amos, there's no direction, but if he's the bodyguard of that group, it works. MVP needs to be the mouthpiece, which he's already got, and then Bobby as well. So I'm here for that still. WWE has made Bobby Lashley look weak. Brock Lesnar F5'd him twice, I suppose. Cheer for Bobby. I don't think they've made him look weak. He battered Brock a few times already, and then he speared him just on Raw. He didn't spear him for this. He didn't spear him for the table. Did he? No, speared him on the ramp. They've got each other back loads of times. So, and you remember the other time when Brock got him, it was a surprise, and he walked in the ring and just caught him off guard. So, um, I would drop that thing where you think that we're supposed to cheer Bobby now. I know that he was a babyface and he was doing and everyone was behind him, but now the Hurt Business is back in the fold and stuff like that, and he seems to turn a little bit. You know what I mean? Because Brock's never a heel; he's just Brock. He's just that's all he is. So Savage Brock wins because he lives in Canada. Well, that doesn't mean anything. It's Brock, bro. That does him living in Canada doesn't mean anything about the match, bro. It's not. It's not the same as like them guys who use the crowd for where they're from, like Brock Lesnar, innit? No Herbins for Bobby, bringing back Leo Rush. Yeah, I seen Leo Rush keeps posting stuff as well about him and Bobby. He did it like 2 weeks ago. Lashley. I'd love that if that's who the manager is. He keeps talking about. I don't know. He's in there though, but I don't know which one. I don't know if they're ever going to do all three. I don't think dude loves Hall of Fame. Dude loves not Hall of Fame worthy. He's great, but he's not Hall of. But the other two are. So I don't mind that. And they still haven't put China in on her own either, which I wanted. I want them to put her in. So, um, moving on from there, we'll go to the women's elimination chamber match. Now, currently in this match, we have Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Oscar, Natalia, Carmella. That's the women's. And this elimination chamber match determines the challenger for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania, which is Bianca Belair's title. I'm. I would ask everybody when you're going to make a prediction, don't worry about what brand other people are on, because obviously Raquel's on SmackDown. Don't worry about that, because I think there's going to be, if not a draft, then a shake up after WrestleMania anyway. My pick's Oscar to win this already. Like, yeah, my pick has to be her. She needs something now. She's come back. She hasn't really changed her character. She just changed the way she looks. You know what I mean? They're not going to give her the name Kana. I think it belongs. I don't know if the copyright belongs to somebody else, but if they was going to give it her, she would have had that when she returned. She doesn't have it. That's fine. Oscar's a dope name anyway. But at the moment, there's no character change. It's just that she looks different. So I'm going to go Oscar to win this match. Honorable mentions in this match. If Raquel was a step up in a progression as a wrestler, that would be a great pick, because Raquel versus Bianca in terms of stature would be dope. But I think we would be a little bit bored by that match. I think the best performer in this match will probably be Liv Morgan. I think, you know what I have to say, I think Liv Morgan's great. I think she's really. I think like she actually interests me when I watch her wrestle. She really does. I think she's dope. I'm gonna go Oscar in this match. You notice that they've turned Carmella back into her old character since she's been back. We know why she left and stuff like that. But is it just me, or that character what she came back as in lockdown? When she had the dress on and stuff, and she had Reginald with her. Is it only me who like that character? I love that character. It was dope. She smashed the bottle over Sasha's head. She always came out like, she was the best looking woman in WWE, and then she would suit up and boot up when it come time to wrestle. I like that, man. Now she's back to moonwalking, trash talking, Queen of Staten Island, and then every time, when you're in the ring, she screams a lot, which I love Carmella, but I think they could have elevated their character a bit more. I don't understand why they took that character off her, to be honest. Especially with Corey at ringside. There was parts when he started kissing her and stuff. I liked it, man. But I'm gonna go for Oscar in this match. Feels like everybody else has as well. Sheamus and Drew are from the UK, and they both lose at Clash at the Castle. It means nothing, unfortunately, about where the person lives or where they are from. I don't think it's unfortunate though, Morris, because can you imagine if that every time someone's in their hometown, we know they're gonna win? Like it doesn't add much to it. Like currently, which we'll get to with Sammy and Roman, because there's so much going on, people are, for the first time, and I think for the first time, genuinely thinking that Roman could lose. But we know the hometown thing can go both ways, because you can use it for the heel can use it as an advantage to just embarrass the babyface, or babyface can use it as an advantage, get the crowd on his side, do the Daniel Bryan thing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get to that match, but you're 100% right. Not Kana, bro. Oscar to win. Oscar, Oscar, Oscar winning, but I don't care for this feud, to be honest. But it's not. There's no feud on it. It's Elimination Chamber, bro. Oscar or Carmella. Carmella should never be changed. She's like a shtick with the mellow is money. I don't. The like, come on, man. The only thing I'll say is, for her own purpose, for her own sake, I don't mind because if you see on her Instagram and stuff, like little girls are constantly posting, little boys as well, which is not like little boys, like grown men, but they're being weird about it. Like they're doing all the Carmella movements and stuff, but the blokes, I don't get that, whatever. But they're constantly like tagging her. What I realized for me is that the people that we connect with on screen and we think that other people don't connect with the other people, they really do. They all have their own fan base and stuff like that. So she's probably thinking about her own career and stuff. That's fair enough. But as a wrestling purist and what I like, I thought the other character was pretty good. But hey, man, it's I don't pay them the bills in it. Make your money and entertain while you can. And she's still entertaining. So moving on from there, we have the United States title elimination chamber match. For the first time, the United States title is being defended at Elimination Chamber. I want to almost praise WWE and say it's a bit weird, but I do like the fact that there's not the same thing on the line constantly at Elimination Chamber. And I'll tell you why. And a lot of people won't agree with this, but I don't want the fact that every time I watch a Royal Rumble match, whoever wins and picks the person to fight at WrestleMania, that I know that there's a roadblock in between. I don't like it. I don't like the fact there's always a roadblock in between WrestleMania for that person because it almost sometimes you can foresee where the match is going just by looking at the Elimination Chamber match. So I remember when Bray Wyatt won that Elimination Chamber match, and I think it was like John Cena was in there, AJ Styles was in there, people like that. Or when they used to do WWE Fastlane or Roadblock, it's like you can kind of see what's happening here. If you just want to give the champion a tune-up match, that's fine. But if you give the champion a match where the storyline's involved in it, more so, for example, if Roman lost at the Elimination Chamber, before he would have been able to ask for a rematch and he could say, I want my rematch at WrestleMania. So, you know what I mean? And we do have 2 nights of WrestleMania again, which I don't really like, but you know. So it's going to be interesting. But yeah, for this match, I'll tell you who's in the match. It should be at the bottom of the screen as well. But we got Austin Theory, who's the champion, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and my excited pick for this one, who's not, no, I'm not going to pick him to win, but I'm very excited that he's in this. Montez Ford. That's cold, man. This boy is super talented, bro. Like, he can do everything. He can speak on the mic. He's athletic. He does something in every single match that makes the crowd excited, and I think that's dope as a wrestler. I think he really does have superstar quality. And to be fair, so does Dawkins, but we know that they don't care about that so much. Good to see Bronson Reed in here, Damon Priest as well. I have to say, if you take away the fact that you used to like WWE Championship caliber people in the match, it feels weird, doesn't it? That this match is going ahead like this because it feels like an NXT match. It feels like a takeover match with Bronson Reed and all those in it, which is, you know, that's fine. Is Theory going to retain? Well, this is a weird thing he's been on because he cashed in the Money in the Bank, failed. He cashed in to get the United States Championship, by the way, and failed. Then he won the United States Championship 2 weeks after, and he's had it ever since. I don't know if I can call it as much, but I know that I don't see Johnny Gargano winning, Damian Priest or Bronson Reed. Montez, I think they're going to make it look like he's going to be close to winning, but I don't think he's going to win. Although I would love that. I really would love that. I don't know what he wants in his personal life, but I know that him and Dawkins didn't come into wrestling as a tag team. They formed together, which means that they probably both had aspirations of being singles wrestlers. And by that token, I wouldn't mind if there was ever going to split the Street Profits, which I don't want them to because I love tag teams being together. But if there was ever going to, it'd be very easy to have Montez win the championship and just start to get really cocky, I think it would be cool. Because he'd start to wind up Dawkins. It starts to feel like he's better than him. He'd leave him behind, make him carry the bags, not you know what I mean, not pay for him stuff at the bar. You know what I mean? Having all these people taking pictures of him, but not honestly, you could sell the shit out of that and build a great match between them. But I do like them as a tag team. The only problem is I don't ever think they're gonna get anywhere as a tag team. So I it's geared towards Seth Rollins winning this match in it, but I don't really I think Seth I think Seth's gonna fight Logan Paul at WrestleMania. I honestly believe that. So I'm going to go with Austin Theory to win this match. Um, the other ones feel like they've just been like, well, what's happened is they've just won a match to be in there. Priest, Bronson Reed, and Gargano and Montez is kind of like there's nothing to do with a story with you not in there, which is not a problem. That happens all the time. But the other two is like the story's built there. Especially the one funny thing is when sometimes in elimination chamber matches the champion gets eliminated before the match is over, which is what happened with John Cena and Bray that time. So yeah, interesting. But Theory to win. I think everyone picked Theory as well, but don't know. Isn't there? Hey man, none of that other company talk on this one, bro. This is let's leave this for WWE, man. Oscar all day. Okay, that's from the other one. We got Deontay. We got Durant, Austin Theory. Okay, Rollins will stomp on Theory. Pick Austin Theory. Okay, Theory's retaining. Gonna go for the Johnny Gargano win. That'll be exciting. But because it's Black History Month in the States, they should call it audible. Nah. Nah. Nobody wants, no black person wants the token black person win. It do, it literally it undermines everything about Black History Month, letting the black person win just because. If you was already building a story and it falls in line, that's fine. But just winning something on Black History Month when you're black, knowing that you're going to lose the belt after, which is what would happen, is kind of a yeah, and judging on how WWE would do it, they'd make him win on the weekend and then lose at WrestleMania, which is like I don't know about that. Yeah, we don't play them games around here, man. I had YouTube sending me stuff about YouTube Black History Month. Wanna invite you to this? Nah, man. Delete that email, man. Invite me when there's no Black History Month, you bastards. Anyway, Austria wins, retaining. Um, Seth doesn't need the belt to be fighting Logan Paul. Hell no. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think he's gonna fight Logan. He ain't gonna win. He ain't gonna win this match. In fact, Logan might enter the match, man. What if somebody gets injured and Logan gets in this match? Savage, you're so smart. If you think about it, no disrespect in that, but Damian Priest or Bronson Reed or Gargano, let's not do that to Gargano. Bronson Reed or Damian Priest could kind of miss this match, innit? If Logan takes one of them out, man, you know what I'm saying? Dante says Johnny Gargano to win. That's 2 Gargano wins, man. All right, listen. Yeah, Bronson Reed does need some time, but I need Bad News Barrett to be on commentary when Bronson's around because I need to hear him the tsunami. I love it. Yeah, and Pat McAfee better be on the show as well, man. You know what I mean? Stop messing around. Anywho, you know what match we're gonna go on to now, innit? You know what match we're gonna go on to now, bro. You see in the background and that, bro. You see the island of relevancy. Just step out the way, just so you can see the man. Them, you know what I'm saying? Let me just do the show from here, man, so you can bask in the glory of the island of relevancy. Yeah. The next match, Jesus Christ, hot in here, man. We're gonna go, man. I ain't missed any match, I know. Let me just double check. I don't think I have. I haven't. Let's talk. Undisputed WWE Universal Championship match. The tribal chief, my tribal chief, your tribal chief, Roman Reigns takes on Sami, not Uso. Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. I never thought this would happen. I need you guys to cast your mind back to over a year ago now. Just remember this happened on SmackDown. Sami earned a match against Roman Reigns on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar came out, had a conversation, a promo with Sami. Then he battered Sami. stood him up in the corner, and then Roman Reigns come out and won the match with a Superman punch and a spear. Do you guys remember that on SmackDown? That was about 14 months ago. And then 9 months ago, maybe 10 months ago now, or 11, Sammy joined the Bloodline. Not officially, but he was there, messing around in the production truck and calling little things to win them the match. But this is an example to every wrestler out there, to every up and coming superstar, to anyone who thinks that then their time isn't going to come in the WWE. Oh, yes, it's Spear Guillotine. Stop writing capitals, man, bro. I feel like you're being offensive to me, bro. You know, like that, bro. I feel like you're shouting at me and that, man. Yeah, for every up and coming person who thinks that I'm sat in catering and I can't make it happen, bro. Go around and talk to people, man. Because and the thing is, it's on camera. I told everybody how excited I was about Sami Zayn at the time when he was doing the Logan Paul conspiracy thing. I thought it was some of the greatest stuff. So very interesting to me. The whole storyline's been incredible. I think the MVP of this storyline is Jay. And I've been doing back-to-back stuff of watching the old I might go through them just before WrestleMania and see if I can find every single one of them to react to. That would be pretty cool. Even though they're on my channel already, but I'll do it again. It's been one of the best storylines. It's definitely been the best storyline in the last decade. The Bloodline storyline, not the Sami Zayn storyline, the Bloodline storyline, which is featuring Sami. Because there's been nothing like this in wrestling, and I mean all of pro wrestling. The other company, MJF, all of that. This is the best thing in wrestling. I think Roman Reigns will win this match. What I do think will happen, though, it's Kevin Owens' hometown as well. Now, I do believe that there will still be Jimmy and Jay versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at some point. I've been calling it for months. It really hasn't gone the way I thought it would, because I thought that match would happen around this time. But I also think that the Bloodline might crumble on one night if they do. Or they might not, which we'll get to when we do the WrestleMania predictions. Because I think the smartest thing WWE could do, which no one's going to agree with, is at WrestleMania have the Bloodline retain everything. And then lose on the Raw after Mania. But because, not the Raw, that would be silly. But I think everybody in the world of wrestling, and I mean in the world of wrestling, is expecting Cody to beat Roman at WrestleMania, the Usos to lose their belts at WrestleMania. But what if we add another member of the Bloodline? There's Samoans everywhere who belong to that family. There's some in MLW, NXT, Ring of Honor. They're everywhere. Umaga's son only just come out of prison not so long ago. I've seen him. What if that happens, bro? I don't know. But this is the brilliance. This is what is brilliant about Sami and Roman and the Usos and Paul Heyman, Solo, is that we don't have a clue. We don't have a clue at all. I'm gonna pick the Tribal Chief to win this match. We know that Jimmy and Jay can't get involved in this match. We saw. I have to big up WWE and Paul Heyman for what they did on SmackDown, because loads of people didn't notice what happened. But when Paul said to Jimmy, Roman wants you guys to stay at home next week, he doesn't need you there. He wants you to watch from TV, the stuff you can't see. They alluded to the fact that Jay was speaking to Sami. But also, being smart was the fact that because of the DUIs and stuff that the Usos got, they're not allowed in Canada. We know this because SmackDown the previous year, they weren't there either. That was the reason. Remember when Jay went missing and no, Jimmy went missing, and Roman told Jay to find Jimmy. That was the day when he acknowledged the tribal chief after he had a DUI on the weekend when TMZ put the video out. They made it seem like he was missing, but really it's just because he got arrested and he couldn't be in Canada. So Solo can be in Canada, and I think Solo will be there. I don't know what part he plays in the match itself, but I have to say the way I would prefer this one to go is that Solo and Kevin Owens get into a fight around the outside of the ring. They take that backstage somewhere. They take it backstage somewhere, so there's a double knockout, or they both go through a table or an electric box or through something where they both can't affect the match anymore. Then everybody knows that Jimmy and Jay can't be there. Paul's not going to get involved in the match. So I think Roman Reigns wins this match clean, but I don't think that he's going to beat Sami up as much as everybody thinks he will in the latter half of the match. The match will start with Roman beating the shit out of Sami, and I think he might get a bit arrogant in the match, slap him around a bit, play with his hair, all that stuff. There will be a part in the match where there's a haluva kick or a blue thunderbomb or a spear from Sami. The fans are going to be behind him. There's going to be so many near falls. No one better in the business at near falls than, in fact, AJ Styles probably the best at it, but close enough. Roman Reigns, that near fall, what he does when he's at like the ref's at like 2.95 of a count and his shoulder comes up. I don't think people understand how hard that is. If he gets it wrong, everything's messed up. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Roman Reigns to win this match clean. Because I think Cody Rhodes will just face Roman at WrestleMania. I think if it wasn't in Montreal, though, I think Jay would have got involved in this match some way of what they're trying to build here. But yeah, I'm gonna go for Roman. So I'm gonna get to the comment section, and then yeah, see what everyone's saying. Big up to everyone inside. Let me get to the comment section. I've already said my piece. So where are we? Give me a second, man. If you guys are gonna keep commenting on top of the comment, then I can't get to it. So, Savage, what's your Twitter? Wait there. Yeah, true. Say you can't have a point. Can't have a point there. Yeah, man, bro. Like they're the Black History Month thing, bro. I mean, I hate the month as it is, bro. Like I don't think there should be a month for a group of people that's been oppressed and that, bro. It's kind of taking the piss. It's like, oh, here you go, have the shortest month of the year to celebrate your people and that, bro. Nah, bro, just celebrate it with history and it's not Black history, it's just history, bro. Trying to single it out and that, bro. It's a bit weird, man. But you asked for that then. Sorry, brother. That was you, innit, Khalid? I did have it written down here. Yeah, there you go, bro. That's the Twitter. Take it down. Savage Talk 7. Come on, you know the vibes. Back to the comment section. Hope I haven't lost everyone out there. So many comments. Big up to you guys. All right, man. Got it. Here we go. So from here, where's Morris? Bronson can be taken out even though he has the charisma to him. Just don't get his direction on Raw. Agreed. KO returns to try and help Sami out, but Solo comes out to save Roman Reigns. KO and Roman retains. Hey, man, that's kind of close to what I said, to be honest. I just think that I have a feeling that, I don't know, because KO's a bit of a badass himself, to be honest, and it's in his hometown as well. Crowd's going to be behind him going crazy. Canadian flags everywhere. I think WWE need to build it up to the point where it really does look like Sami's going to win this match. You know, like how they did with Finn Balor. When Finn fought Roman with the demon thing, it looked like Finn was going to win until the rope broke. I don't want him to break the rope, but I would like something to happen like that. So Roman Reigns, obviously, Sami to win by DQ. That makes the most sense, to be honest. My Tribal Chief Roman Reigns will beat Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes interferes. There will be no reason. Yeah, I guess so, but there's not a reason for Cody Rhodes to interfere. Like he really doesn't care about what's going on, and he's already said to Sami that he hopes he wins. So interfering just gonna mess his match up. But What's the point? Solo is allowed in Canada. Oh, you're talking to Dro. Yeah, Solo's allowed. He ain't done anything. Um, what was it saying? You don't see them on a WWE thing? Oh man, too many rumors and stuff people watch, man. Deontay, why is Solo Sikoa not in the chamber? I would do that. Build new style made for him. Beat Sheamus for the Intercontinental. Nah, there's not. Based on the storyline, there was no reason. There was no wave to get him in there. It's too close to Royal Rumble. Like he had no part in the Rumble apart from with the Bloodline. Um, the Bloodline's been left out of everything. It's just he doesn't have a tag team partner, but they've done the right thing keeping him out. Um, but yeah, we'll see. Roman Reigns for a ton is 900 days. In my birthday. Okay, all right, Joe. It's Valentine's as well. What if Rikishi turns up to Blood? But that'll be the nah, bro. I don't want to see that, bro. It would be funny to hear the too cool music go off. Why do you keep saying these stuff, Joe? Like, when did Roman say that he didn't want Solo though? He said he didn't want Jimmy and Jada. Yeah, I wouldn't know that. I will be here Saturday watching you on TV, watching WWE Network, eating some snacks and getting a drink. Hey man, come on, you know the vibes, bro. I'll be there. I'm calling up Simone Johnson for Ronda Rousey. Do you want Simone Johnson to get beat up? I'll listen. You know the Rock's my favorite wrestler in that. His daughter's not, and I don't like Ronda Rousey, but she will beat the hell out of Simone. Simone's only been a wrestler like 2 years properly. Yeah, and that was in the PC. Yeah, bro. You want her to get her arm snapped up, man. She's trying to get away from everything with to do with her dad, to be honest. You're saying, like, yeah, I know, man. That's us. All right, big up Epic Gaming, man. It's been a minute, bro. This week's SmackDown, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler facing the title shots. Do you think Ronda Rousey will injure Natalia and take her place in the? Oh, bro. I have to say, man, Epic Game, I love you, bro, but I wish you never told. I wish you never even said that. I don't. Every time I try and work my way around up to trying to like Ronda Rousey in WWE, she does something to annoy me. Did you see how she's walking on SmackDown? Just the walk annoyed me. Just the way she looked at Shazer, just the way she does that stupid eye makeup annoys me. Like the best part of Ronda I liked was when Ronda debuted in the WWE. She had the leather jacket on with the, you know what I mean, the I know it's like the Piper stuff and that, but you know what I mean. But I get it. But then she started putting out the WrestleMania sign, and ever since she put out that WrestleMania sign on that Royal Rumble night, bro, she's been pissing me off, bro. I don't like Ronda, man. Just stop the foolishness, bro. No disrespect, Ronda, and that. If you ever see these videos and that, it's not a disrespect to you personally. I used to love you in the UFC. I was probably one of your biggest fans until you started to act like a little baby when you lost. But your work in the WWE is trash, man. The best thing you done was a judo flip to Triple H. I'm not even joking. So yeah, man, relax, man. Fifth angle 3 doesn't seem Roman's foot on the ropes and calls the match is over, and Sammy thinks he's won the belt. But the play the okay, this is a good point, Morris. The only problem I'm going to say is the only way they get out of that is to give a triple threat match at WrestleMania between Roman, Sammy, and Cody. And the reason why I don't want a triple threat match is because of the all the main events that Roman Reigns has done at WrestleMania. I think he's done it. He's probably is he got the most WrestleMania main events at the moment? I'm not actually no because they did they changed one of them around, but and the Undertaker one wasn't a main event. But I swear he's had about 7, if not 6 main events nearly. Triple H, Brock Lesnar. See the Brock Lesnar one turned into a triple threat match. Edge and Bryan was a triple threat match. This one would be another triple threat match if they'd done that. It's just like it's too much, man. It's too much, bro. But hey, man. Oh, that could go. Oh yeah, I've already done that. Sorry, bro. Mad. It's in touch. No problem, bro. Yeah, I don't think the triple. I don't think triple threat match would be stupid. Because the better thing to do would be that Sami Zayn. Let's be honest. The best thing what would happen is for Roman. Here, this is my last point on this before we leave. I would say after somehow they get rid of Kevin Owens, or Solo and Kevin get rid of each other. I would have Roman Reigns put a personal beat down on Sammy. I'm talking about to the point of like allow the blood just for one night. WWE bury him under a table, do something to him to the point where it never looks like Sammy. It looks like Sammy's out of action, and I mean you need to sell it as if it's like really out of action. They're not going to see him again for a long, long time. Keep him off screen. Don't talk about it. Let Michael Cole or Pat McAfee report on Raw. We've got breaking news on Sami Zayn. He's got a torn meniscus and all this business, ruptured spleen and all that. That way, at WrestleMania, when Cody fights Roman, and it seems like Cody's outnumbered, and the bloodline start breaking apart, and Sammy and Jimmy seem to be falling out. Somebody takes Solo out, maybe Drew McIntyre, one of them people. That the person who comes back at WrestleMania is Sammy, and he does something to distract Roman or to help Cody. Cody wins the match. Then the Raw after WrestleMania, because Roman Reigns won't be there, and he won't be there on the SmackDown either. When Roman loses this belt, we're not going to see Roman for about 3-4 months. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in a movie. Then you can have the angle of, listen, Cody, I helped you at WrestleMania. You owe me a title shot. Then you can get Sami Zayn versus Cody for the belt after. I think that's the way they should go. But you have to take Sami Zayn out. I would have Sami Zayn's family in the crowd, front row. Tell them what's going to happen. I'm on about to a poll. If Sami Zayn's got any male members of his family in the crowd, let Roman beat them up. Let Solo, Samoa, and Spike one of the family members, not one of the women and not the kids, obviously, but let him do that to the point of like Sammy's been taken out, Kevin's been taken out. Because I think the way to take the belt off Roman after you can't have a 900 plus day title reign and have it end with just Cody Rhodes beating him 1, 2, 3. Because what you're basically saying is that Roman Reigns, who has beaten every male competitor in the WWE on this road, apart from Bobby Lashley, I think, but he's beat them all, and he lost to Seth, but nobody cares. He's beat them all, but Cody can just come and beat him. That's not good enough. I would have that there's an implosion of the bloodline, and everything what's happened to different people comes back to bite them. They broke Sheamus's arm. Sheamus comes back to bite him. Solo messed up. You know what? I'm saving this for a separate video. I swear to God, because I've got to talk about this. But everything that comes, man, Solo with the you know what I mean, with the McIntyre clash at the castle, Sheamus with the arm break with the Usos, Jimmy and Jade tag teams that they've taken out before or cheated against, Roman, everybody who's went against him. You know what I mean? Proper comeuppance, and then that's how they lose the title because he's a massive superstar, bro. And whoever's going to take that title, you need to get the rub off Roman. Cody's over as hell. He ain't on Roman's level. He might never be. I don't think he will. But you need that because right now, I think if you asked the WWE Universe without any favoritism, who would you want to win the belts off Roman, Cody, or Sami Zayn? I think most people would say Sami Zayn, which ain't the best for Cody, but it is what it is. So that's my pick. That's what I'm going to go. I'm going to make an individual video. I might make should I make the after? I'm going to make the individual video after the Elimination Chamber about the bloodline going forward to WrestleMania because yeah, it's easier for me to talk on that. I got some things to say. I think it's going to be very interesting, but yeah, dope. Anyway, get to the rest of this comment section and get the hell out of here. Big up to everyone inside. I really appreciate you guys for coming along. I know you love these kind of videos as well. Obviously, man, I'm really busy with regular work, and then I've got all the different channels. Not to mention, I'm on other people's channels as well, doing live streams and that. So, let me find where we was, and then I can. Okay. The answer says Ember Moon isn't doing anything right now. Ember versus Bianca. I mean, she fell out with the WWE. You heard the stuff that she said. They said she wasn't sexy enough, so don't think she's coming back. She's Athena still on it, but you're right. We know that, man. Sometimes you jump to the other company and the grass isn't always greener. So hopefully they're paying her better because for all the people that were being bums before saying, no, she should leave WWE and go to here, and this person should leave there and go to WWE. Bro, it doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes we think certain stars are bigger than they are because we saw them in NXT. But you gotta remember, even if the other company never existed, like how many people go? There's lots of people who go from NXT and they're not the same. Is Johnny Gargano the same as he was in NXT? He isn't. He's not even a big Austin Theory. Listen, I'm telling you this. We saw Austin Theory, Gargano, Indy Hartwell, and Candice LeRae in the way in NXT, and the biggest superstar of all of them is Austin Theory, which nobody would have thought that back then. So this is what I'm saying. It doesn't always work out. Karrion Kross killed everybody in his run. Everybody: Keith Lee, Dijakovic, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Finn Balor, Gargano, Alistair. Well, he didn't fight Alistair Black, but look at him now. So it's not. It doesn't always translate. So I think we have to think sometimes when people are like, "Oh, not being used and stuff." That's fair enough to say, change the creative, but going to a different company, they don't all fit that. They don't all fit that mold. So yeah, we definitely don't need a triple threat match. Yeah, I don't want that back, man. Wouldn't mind seeing a triple threat for us. Oh nah, man. See, Morris, I don't want it, man. We've had too many of them, bro. We've had too many of them. That literally it'll be Roman Reigns' third triple threat match at WrestleMania. He's not like that's almost like half of his WrestleMania matches are triple threat matches at that point. Um, and they ain't all been great matches, by the way, because the Triple H one, the crowd ruined it because they sounded like they were sleeping by that time. It was horrible. Undertaker wasn't the main event match, but still cold. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about that, man. Big up, bro. It doesn't make sense right now with the program and storylines going. Okay. I just seen you comment underneath. Big up, bro. Brock has unfinished business with the bloodline. No, he doesn't. He doesn't, bro. He got taken out. That was it, bro. Over with. Moose versus Roman. Moose is another person that I rate a lot, but if he comes to the WWE, with Roman's levels above him. In ring though, Moose is for someone that big as well. He can do everything, but Roman as a superstar is way ahead of him. I think there's people who left WWE and went to another company. If they came back now, they still couldn't do the Roman thing. Daniel Bryan, superstar. Cesaro didn't work. Yeah, I don't know, man. Let's try somewhere else. Jeffrey, I agree, man. I think it's too easy for people to just say and go, "Oh yeah, this person will leave and do that." But nah, man, it's not as easy as everybody thinks. Maybe that sometimes us fans are wrong, and it ain't the fact that WWE creative's not working or Tony Khan's creative's not working somewhere else. Maybe the person's not working. How about that? How about this person's a jackass behind the scenes, or how about we give this person creative directive and they try and do it on their own and they're terrible? There's loads of that, man. So. How would you feel about LA Knight versus Brock or Stone Cold? Let me talk to you. Yeah. Listen, this is the man who should have been in the Elimination Chamber. Let me tell you that, because this guy is incredible. I've been watching LA Knight for years. Yeah. Obviously, he wasn't LA Knight before, but when he was an LA Knight, and he's gone and done what AJ Styles did to me, whereas they're so great and they only get to WWE later on in their career. Like, where the fuck is AJ Styles, bro? Where is he? He wasn't even in the Royal Rumble. That's AJ. Oh, I got it, bro. AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. Okay, I'm talking now. Very weird as well because I've seen Gallows and Anderson, but in the backstage, but I didn't see AJ, and Gallows and Anderson wasn't in the Royal Rumble. Anyway, but yeah, AJ came at a later date in life, like a later time in life. So was he coming at a later time in life. So did Bobby Roode do the same thing. Where's Bobby Roode, by the way? Glorious. Bring it back, man. Throw it to NXT. But yeah, man. In fact, we need to see more Fatal 4-Ways foreign matches for the titles. It used to be a major thing back in the days, but no, it's just. You see what I'm saying? I agree, because those matches like Armageddon in a Cell, we need them. We need them. Them kind of matches are like my life, man. Undertaker, Rikishi, Triple H, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, and The Rock in one match. In one match, Rikishi. In one match. Oh, mate. You know what that would translate to now? Bro. translating that to the WWE right now, I don't know who the people would be, but you'd get like Roman, Seth, Karrion Cross, McIntyre, Sheamus, Gunther. Bro, there's so much they can do, bro. Like, come on, man. But yeah, me too, bro. Me too. They might just need to pair her with Johnny and just go from there. To be honest, Moose can join the Hurt Business. To be honest, hey, bro, is that a black joke, bro? Oh man, I don't know about this, Morris, bro. Like, what you mean by that, bro? Do you mean what you mean by that, Morris, bro? Why can't he join? Judgment Day, and then yeah, dummy, yeah. AJ Styles injured. He got broken. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Big up for telling me that, bro. Big up to you as well, Jeffrey. Roman Reigns enforcer named Solo versus Brock at WrestleMania because of the revenge from Sammy, and he is his friend. What? Brock is not Sammy's friend. Did you not hear what I said earlier about what I just said I watched back in the beginning of this feud started with Brock Lesnar having a conversation with Sammy in the ring, being nice to him, and then F5ing him, and then picking him up and leaving him in the corner for Roman. They're not friends, bro. Bro, Brock versus Gunther makes sense. Brock versus, you know what I mean? Just from after the WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble stare down, and then that was carrying his feud with Bray. Yeah, yeah, man. Like, not many times you think that someone's gonna be better than Bray in a feud, but honestly, yeah, man, he was, man. Yeah. Oh, it was a house show. Okay. Andrade versus Finn Balor. Andrade versus Rey Mysterio versus Legado Al Fantasma. Yeah, we'll go with that, man, with Santos Escobar with triple threat lucha match, bro. For heritage, for the mask, for the vibes. Put Dominic in there as well, bro. Yeah? Viva la raza. All of that. Bring Vicky out. Excuse me. All of that. You get me? I'm here for it. Savage, who would you manage and why? I would manage. Oh, this is an interesting question, man. See, loads of people have been released since the last time I said I've done this. I feel like Ricochet would have needed a manager because he's just with a guy with skinny jeans on right now. But don't know if I can manage Ricochet still. I'd want to manage a monster, so I would go with. I'll go Bronson Reed still. I reckon I could because Bronson Reed's got it's from Australia or New Zealand. The accent don't translate the best on commentary sometimes, and that, man, on promos. So let me cut the promos for you, man. I would have him just not talk, bro. I would treat him as the most destructive monster that there is, bro. I'd have, bro, like he should be able to destroy Brock, innit? Like them kind of things. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it, bro. And if it was one of the ladies, wouldn't mind managing Liv Morgan. I think she doesn't have a direction. I'd manage Dana Brooke because I feel bad for her, man. And she's not trash. She's just like not the greatest, man. And sadly for her, WWE after that WrestleMania they had where Mandy slipped on the water. That was literally Dana Brooke's best run in WWE. Apart from that, man, the best time she was Titus Worldwide, isn't it? So why is she not gone to NXT, man? Just do what Mandy Rose did. She was your literal tag partner, and Mandy said, "I'm going back to NXT," and left her. She started running around after the 24/7 title, and Mandy went and won the NXT title and became like one of the longest reigning champions of all time. And now she's making millions. She's making like $1 million a month selling her cheek pictures, bro. Hey, man. Rush versus Drew McIntyre. Leo Rush. Oh, about that, bro. Brompton. Yeah, I thought he was Australian. Anyway, when it comes to Australians and New Zealand, and that, I ain't trying to mix it up, bro. So I just thought I'd just make sure Zelina Vega and Indy Hartwell can work together. They could. I like Zelina Vega. She fits into the Al Fantasma group right now, so I like that. Still don't know why they didn't do Ray call for bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, Rouge. Okay. What's WrestleMania this year? Oh, big up, Joe. That's big. That's big, man. All right, man. We're gonna end it there because we've done enough time on it. We've cut it through. if you guys have any suggestion on what videos you want to see on the channel, let me know in the comment section or put it in the live chat. Probably put it in the comment section. Might be a little bit better. I can actually read it back. Well, on the live chat, once it's gone, it's gone. So only let me know what you want to see on the wrestling channel. On any of the other channels, head over to there. Let me know what you want to see as well. HUGO Online. I think I posted like 4 trailers in the last couple of days and that because you know what I mean. And I think the new John Wick trailer dropped today, so I might go and do the reaction to that soon. But everyone needs to take care of themselves. Yeah. Yeah, man. Elimination Chamber a couple of days away. Tomorrow we got SmackDown. Day after Elimination Chamber. Probably do a review if you guys still want to do a review. If you want to do a review of the Elimination Chamber after, we'll do it the day after. So maybe Sunday evening. Yeah, we'll do Sunday evening. That'll be a good day actually because that's the only good thing about wrestling being on a Saturday. So yeah, we can do that for sure, for sure. Savage, you would fit good on commentary, bro. I'd love to do that. You know, I actually would love it. Like if NXT UK was still around, if they sent me there, bro, I'm here for it, man. You know, like that. So big up, bro. Speaking of accent, did you hear Rhea's promo when she chose Charlotte? I'm gonna put you. Yeah, man, I saw it. I'm gonna put you in your place. Mommy wants what mommy gets. Ain't that right, Dom Dom? Yeah, bro. I'm not trying to hear that accent still. I love her. She's great. She's dope, man. But the accent, put that in the bin. You should see Dijakovic. She's dressed like Blade. You mean he's dressed like Blade? I don't. I watch NXT all the time, bro. The last pay-per-view I watched as well. Pay-per-view was dope, by the way. Pay-per-view was dope. Like that, there was not one bad match in that pay-per-view. I loved it. To be actually, I can't lie. Toxic Attraction triple threat match with Thingy was a bit, yeah, it's a bit dead. But anyone who didn't watch that, go watch Dijakovic versus who did Dijakovic fight in that first match? That guy. Yeah. Was it Wes? Oh, Wesley. That's who we fought. Credible match, bro. And that was to start off with. So retro videos still need to be done. Yeah. You know what? The thing is, I've done 4 and I posted them on private first. But what happens is, before you press public, it'll tell you if your video is blocked. All of them got blocked. So it ain't that I haven't done them. It's just that there's what I need to find out by most. I might put up a poll if everyone has access to watching retro Raw and SmackDown, because if I do YouTube membership watch alongs or anything like that, I need to know if everyone can watch it along with me. That way I don't have to put it on the screen, because putting on the screen what everyone might think is harder than, you know. So Bailey deserves better. Nah, Bailey's doing fine, man. She just had a nice match with Becky in the cage. Great match. Lita came out, man. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna. It's all right, man. Everyone has to get their turn in it, man. We can't. All our favorites can't get their turn at the same time. So put the work in, they'll get it, man. But to you guys in the chat, love for coming along again. Join me, SmackDown reactions, and then join me at Elimination Chamber. The schedule's up right now, so don't be a bum. When this video finishes, go to the scheduled Elimination Chamber match. What is that? At 12:30 on Sunday in the UK. Wherever else you are, it's a different day, different time. And hit the like button there now and hit the notification bell and make sure you join me for that watch along, please. You already know the vibes, bruv. I've been your boy Good Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share in the words of the great Bray Wyatt.